Audio Marks coming to you from the Satcham Public Library. Welcome to the Marks for Life podcast with your hosts, Jimmy, CJ, and Joe, the Shield of Wrestling podcast. Three casuals turned Marks wrestling fans to give you a direct line to all things in the squared circle. Enter the ring at your own risk. We pull no punches, we hit hard, and we will slam you with all the info you need to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Because
it's Rusev Day!
Hello, Audio Marks. Welcome to this week's edition of Marks for Life podcast. I am your reigning, defending, undisputed Marks for Life podcast, CJ.
I am one of your co-hosts, Jimmy.
And the intro is right this week. I'm your co-host, Joe, back with you.
Yeah.
A couple weeks off.
The three of us. God.
He's been pissed ever since he lost that Money in the Bank. Two more.
All right, look, I think Jared's more angry than everyone. We still haven't seen him since the tie that forced CJ to keep the title.
Let's be honest here. Jared went into hiding longer than Undertaker after Brock Lesnar broke his streak.
Well, you know what? Now Brock's in hiding, and he doesn't have anything to hide about, so.
Oh, Brock's a bitch. And also, everyone, on our live podcast right now, we are having a live Instagram stream. So
Yeah, I'm looking at us right now. This is so bad.
This was confirmed.
What do you mean this is
when I
bad?
came
This
into
is
the room
awesome.
That this was happening, so.
I figured it'd be pretty cool to have a live stream go on and stuff.
No, it's cool. Don't get me wrong.
It's a weird
but
angle.
Yeah, it's a weird angle.
It's literally the best I can do with my phone.
We'll keep playing with it, but I hopefully everyone who's watching us on Instagram, the one person, which I think was me.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now I just joined it. No, there's you. That's us too. So we are the two people right now. We are so cool.
Who knows? Maybe people will watch it. Who knows?
Maybe, I don't freaking know.
Maybe they'll get off.
If we
I wonder
keep,
if they can hear us.
if we advertise, we're loud enough for them to hear
Well,
us.
CJ's definitely loud enough.
Oh yeah. But if we keep like advertising this shit, we'll be good to go. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if I was live streaming from my personal Instagram account as well, or if like any of us were, then it could also.
well, we kind of had to do the
viewers.
podcast, right, bro?
Well, I mean, you're using the official account, but Jimmy and I also have. Well, it's something we can discuss for another day.
Yeah, this was definitely impromptu, but it's definitely a cool idea. I like
This whole show is pretty much impromptu.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh boy, where do you want to start?
All right, so this week we got a lot to talk about. Mostly, it's a lot of discussion stuff. Not a lot of news, but a lot of what the fucks.
And a lot of speculation, too.
A lot of speculation, so on and so forth. So the first thing we got to talk about is the Raw Women's Division.
Ladies first.
Ladies
Yay.
first. And ladies, what the fuck is going on with y'all? Like, what is going on? Nia went from heel to babyface to heel to babyface again.
In about 2 weeks of a character change? She's turning into Big Show at this point.
Oh god,
I was about
that's
to
terrible.
say Natalia. Shoot.
Oh, God.
No, Big Show's a better
Or no, the Bella
comparison.
Twins from like 3 years ago when they were.
Yeah.
We had no idea what they were.
I'd rather choose Alicia Fox.
Alicia Fox.
Alicia
Is he
Fox.
even still on the Cruiserweight roster at this point?
Noam Dar? No,
Noam
he went to
Dar.
the NXT UK division.
Gotcha, okay. Oh, yeah, that's
Which they wrapped up, and Pete Dunne victoriously won, so that's very
Yep.
good.
And
Sorry
now-
to dive into the whole women's thing by inserting my the men's UK division in there. So sorry about that.
Well, NXT UK is big.
NXT
too.
UK, yeah.
It's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, that women's division is. And CJ and I kind of had a little back and forth on this already.
Hi guys, joining in on the live stream. I can't see your names because you guys are so far away.
I'll take a look.
Yeah,
All
take
right.
a look, Jimmy. But
Yeah,
I mean,
take a look.
I'm so. We've already heard on this show what my thoughts are about Nia Jax. And now there's a whole nother layer to just add to this. And I'm just like,
Are
wait.
you calling her fat?
I mean, I don't know anymore. But like, if I do, that makes her a baby face, but she was just a heel. It's so confusing.
Nia's only a heel against someone pretty. Oh no, she's only a
But-
babyface against someone pretty.
Oh, I was gonna say, but what about Ronda?
No, she's a babyface against someone pretty. She's a heel against someone that can literally kick her ass.
So this is my question, and I feel like it's pretty fair. If the whole plan was for Alexa to cash in on Nia anyway, then why did we just have a straight up one-on-one match? Why did Nia have to go through all this crap being a heel to Ronda only to still get cashed in on by a heel?
I don't know.
First of all, why did Alexa win the briefcase in the first place? I wasn't here for the aftermath of Money in the Bank.
No, and we had a back and forth on this too. I don't think she was the right person, but
I'm
for the cash in.
happy.
for the cash in, it was good, and I think I was like if you were gonna do it with Alexa, might as well have done the cash in that night.
I guess
She's a goddess. You don't touch the goddess.
you need to move her away from the.
Yes, move her away. She lost already. Just have her do her own thing.
Yes, but now she's gonna redeem herself against Nia.
She doesn't need redemption though.
Look, let's be
Heels don't get redemption.
Let's be honest here. Did you want Ronda and Nia? Did you want that settled right away, or do you want to revisit it at a later date? Because that match was excellent. That match you wanted more, and then it was fucking ruined by Alexa. It's like Brock versus Roman back at WrestleMania 31, except they should have never fucking done the cash-in. That I had a whole.
And now we've gotten it
No,
three
false,
more
because
times.
that cash-in was amazing, which led to a great title reign
Also
for
saved the end
Seth
of
Rollins.
WrestleMania 31.
Do you want my logic for this? Because they didn't.
I'm
Because
probably gonna disagree with it. But
no, because they didn't pull the trigger with Roman beating Brock Lesnar. We had Roman defeat Triple H at WrestleMania 32 to try and get him over for the WWE Championship. And then we had him beat The Undertaker so he could be one of the two men to defeat Undertaker at WrestleMania. And that includes Brock Lesnar. To then have WrestleMania 34 against Brock Lesnar, only for Brock Lesnar to win because Roman refuses to get over.
I don't think it's
We had
Roman
three
himself
bad
refusing.
WrestleMania main events because they just refused to pull the trigger right then and there.
yeah, but what happened was when 31 happened, the main event got shit on. They had to save it. 32 made sense because of how they were building it. But listen,
Plus, it wasn't bad. 32 wasn't bad. 33 was bad.
33 was bad. Well, we knew that. We
knew that was going to be bad.
because it was Undertaker on older legs against the guy who works too physical of a style for him at that age. When he's working with John Cena, although he did squash Cena, at least Cena can still, work a more finesse style. Roman is just, I'm going to spear you through everything, and that doesn't do well when you're 50
And then a money contract thing for 34. So,
Yeah.
I mean...
But, if the whole point... We all are kind of just coming around to it finally at 34, all right, Roman's going to win the title, let's just get this over with. And then Brock beat him. And then they went to Saudi Arabia, and Brock beat him again. So why?
And then no defenses between then and currently right now.
So let's table this topic right now because now we're getting away from the real issue. Alexa,
Right, we're gonna talk about Brock later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yes. With Alexa Bliss, I'm happy she's Raw Women's Champion.
But that's basically the same thing that kind of just happened with
yes.
Roman, though. So how is that a good thing? If we hated the way Roman was handled, why would we like this?
Because we know Ronda will beat Alexa Bliss
Alexa
at SummerSlam.
turned into the Roman of the women's division.
Unless
No.
that happens.
I don't.
She's not
Well, first off, it could happen.
Well, Alexa's a heel though, so she's supposed to.
So
get
is Seth Rollins. What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Back when it happened with
They didn't
Roman.
like him then either. They just liked him more than Roman.
And they liked Roman more than Sheamus, apparently.
Exactly. There's Seth, then there's Roman,
Then there's the rest of
then
the
there's
roster.
Sheamus.
The rest of the roster. And then there's Eugene, and then there's Sheamus. Oh, I'm sorry, there's 15 Sheamus. Sheamus has redeemed himself at the bar.
Yeah, but
Alexa, she was a top contender on SmackDown. And then she got drafted to Raw after losing her title on SmackDown, got the title right back on Raw, and now finally loses the title to Nia. In this, yes, it was the most force-fed thing WWE's ever done in years.
But the
it was-
match itself was good, though, at Mania.
But it was the anti-bullying thing. The bully lost. And then a month later, she came back and won again.
because
It
she's
made
still a bully.
It made
Yes,
WrestleMania mean nothing.
But for a wrestling storyline, you can't. It just... I'm frustrated by this because Alexa needed to be... Oh, God, I'm out. I can't hear
Jimmy's destroying
anything.
her equipment.
I can't hear anything
He's
right now.
tearing things apart right now. He's animated.
That was actually my bad. I stepped on the wire.
Oh, okay. I thought I did for a second.
I was saying,
But back to
I
my
thought that might
point.
have more flack, but
But to my point, Alexa just needed a break from the title picture because there needed to be real building of the division itself, and Alexa is capable of doing that.
I'm gonna be honest though, Alexa versus Ronda has so much more spark because of the fact Alexa stole the title.
But that's one match for the women's division. What else is going on?
who has Alexa?
Sasha and Bayley right now?
Over right now.
Oh,
She
God.
didn't put Nia over. She totally just erased that by casting
Alexa's
it out.
gonna put over Ronda. I think that's what it's gonna be. And
No, I'm not arguing that that's not gonna happen. My frustration about this is that's the only thing that's gonna happen. What else is going on?
Sasha versus Bayley.
You mean the
3 months
possibility
ago.
of Bayley being fired? Because that's an interesting thing going on right now.
Really?
Really? Yeah, that's what.
I thought Sasha was getting.
Oh no, that's not. No, it was Bayley.
No, I heard Sasha. She was like, "Oh, buy my merch while I still have a job." That's what Sasha tweeted.
It might be both. I don't know. I have to look this up. I can't really look it up right now because I'm still have the.
So
thing
wait,
on the
what do
live
you?
stream.
So let's talk about this Sasha Bailey thing.
It's too late. This feud came way too late. They built it up around Mania, then the Women's Battle Royal. They ignored it completely. It's been so stop and start. I don't feel like people care nearly as much.
Yeah, I know. That's what
they
my
gotten
thinking
their
is.
own match at WrestleMania.
And then what's going on with SmackDown? You have.
Oh no, SmackDown's fine.
But with what though? What's going on with SmackDown?
Okay.
Asuka's getting buried.
No,
You have the return of James Ellsworth. That's what happened with the SmackDown women. The return of James Ellsworth.
Apparently WWE needed a man once again to make the women's division relevant. That's really helping out everybody else.
That's a fair point, Jimmy.
They did it last time. They needed him to make the women's Money in the Bank more relevant and controversial. They couldn't just have Carmela win the briefcase outright. And now we're right back to where we started.
Thank you. Someone else who agreed with me on that.
I was very happy when James said that.
Right where we were last year. Alexa's champion. Carmela and Ellsworth are back at it again.
It just didn't need to be the first. It didn't need to be the first thing, though. It did not need to be the first.
It's like the
It needed to happen. Don't get me wrong, but it didn't need to be the
being in the
first.
Super Bowl. We went through all this stuff, and I feel like we're right back to where we started last year. Where's Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton again? I feel like I stepped into a time machine that I did not want. I said it for 2007. It took me to 2017.
Kofi wanted 2009.
2009 was my best year. But yeah.
But Carmella and Asuka, I think, are fine. I think Asuka should have. They pigeonholed themselves into SmackDown a while ago. I've accepted that. I think Asuka, I don't know where she's gonna feud.
I will agree with CJ in the fact that Raw has more storyline depth right now in their women's division than SmackDown does. Because you have Asuka and Carmella at the top, and then everyone else is kind of just floating in the ether.
Well, you have Charlotte there, too.
But what is she doing?
Well, she's hurt right now.
Yeah, she has an injury. But, again, Charlotte is the queen. She's doing a lot of media publicity and stuff. She is doing a lot for SmackDown's women's division as a whole. You don't really get that with the Raw side.
But storyline-wise, what are they doing?
Okay.
Because it's one thing advocating... It's one thing to advocate for... spreading the awareness that, okay, the women's division on this particular show is doing good.
Once Ronda gets...
In comparison to what the actual content is.
She'll be the Charlotte of Raw.
Two things. One, Ronda only has a 1-year contract, so we don't know how that's going to be. According to Ric Flair. Second, they might be they're hinting currently at a women's tag title.
Which is good, which I like. But there hasn't been any story thing attached to that.
Not
other than
story, but like they're hinting at it more.
I don't know. There was a rumor a couple months ago that they had killed that plan of bringing back the title, but there was also a rumor that they killed Sasha Bailey. So I don't really know.
No one knows.
And currently, the rumored right now is Carmella versus Becky at SummerSlam.
I would like that. I would like that.
I'd be fine with that, but I want Becky to win.
I do too.
Right now.
Becky needs to win.
She's still the first ever SmackDown Live Women's Champion. It's like Heath Slater and Rhino are the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions. We just use that as a trivia question at this point. It doesn't give anyone any credibility.
Pretty much. The whole women's division is like... There's a lot of
women... It's in blah. It's not bad. It's just where are they going?
They either need their own show, their own pay-per-view, or more titles.
I think that they need to consolidate the men's singles titles a little bit. Like... Get rid of the Universal title belt. Let's be honest.
It's already out there anyway.
It's already gone.
There's a Universal title belt?
I mean, at this point,
combine the tag teams.
Still a little too thin to make its own show. You would probably have to include the NXT women.
That's fine.
They have their own brand.
That's fine, I think. I think the NXT women could build up like the mid-card.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, considering what's been going on with WWE right now, they officially finalized the Fox deal. And officially finalized the NBC deal, which gave their stock prices a big up. It went from $60 to $70 per share, which is pretty big. That's a 10% spike. That's pretty big.
Man, he's doing something right.
Like his $500 million investment into the XFL?
Yeah, for the first 3 years. That's going to be interesting. But did you hear that Chelsea Green was one of the names that just went...
Yes!
Yeah, Chelsea Green and Robbie E.
Yeah, Robbie E as well.
So that means you get... It means you get Impact's very own...
Tryouts happen a lot for NXT.
I mean, regardless of how you feel about Impact itself, it's still a really good feeder. They have good talent.
I'm just mad that Crazy Steve didn't get hired.
Yeah.
I'm really upset they lost hold of James Storm and let him go back.
Yeah, I know. That, oh, man.
We
the potential...
Beer Money reunion.
Beer Money, God. I would love to see that merch.
Would it be Glorious Beer?
I mean, it depends on where.
That would be the merch deal. Like the New Day cereal, Glorious beer. It would be.
Oh man, that would be great if they could get that brewing. Oh man, I would love that.
Glorious
Beer. But the only problem is if you say Glorious too loud, the beer explodes like it's pyro.
That would be great.
I mean, with that extra money around, there's gonna be both pyro and beer now. So I mean,
like, hey Joe, like beer looks glorious. CJ, damn it! And I have to get another one now.
Yeah, there's a lot of things wrong with the women's division right now. I think the only solid thing that's been going on right now is Charlotte.
Yeah, but I feel like the division itself can't hang their hat on the fact that Charlotte was in
they can't.
and then she's doing all this stuff because Charlotte can easily be a celebrity outside, just like Ronda
I mean, she
is,
just
like
did
John Cena is.
She just did like what was it?
A movie.
No, well, yeah, a movie, but she had
the
a whole
Body
bunch
10.
of the Body 10 for
First ever
for ESPN,
WWE superstar to be on there.
Next is Roman, right?
No, Jinder.
Oh God! Oh.
Ugh.
Go on Tinder with Jinder.
Oh no! He's got Roman hands. Oh my God!
But yeah, as you guys can see, the women's division is in. I think it needs a revamp. I think they didn't do enough trades via Raw and SmackDown. Like, the people that really needed the trades did not get traded.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And I don't think they invest enough in non-title feuds for the women.
Which is something I think they should do, and then actually ramp it up, make it good. Like, the Sasha Bailey thing, I think they were trying to possibly do something like they did with Gargano and Ciampa, and failed completely with that.
Yeah.
Well, I think they were trying to make Bailey a heel. The problem was, Bailey's been treated like shit for the last 3 months, so of course the crowd's gonna pop when she attacks Sasha. And it's like, Bailey's a heel. I'm like, no, she's not. I'm like, I disagree with you 100 times. She's not.
But you were saying something about them getting fired, Jimmy? Could you?
Well, not actually. There's a storyline I think on Raw that's going on with Kurt Angle. If they don't get help, which I will explain why I think that might be an interesting thing. That they don't get help with each other, like almost like anger management counseling.
Which means we're gonna get like 3 weeks of the worst pre-tape segments ever.
Unless we get Dr. Shelby back.
Well, we better because those Enzo Amore counseling segments were god awful. They reintroduced it to Jinder Mahal, and they were not entertaining. So that's 2 strikes against it right there.
And even worse, it was Jinder Mahal partnering up with Rusev.
Before he became WWE champion,
right?
Back when he was Jobber-esque,
right. But that was before everything with Rusev Day. And I mean, hey, Bo Dallas, I guess he's doing okay now, maybe.
Yeah, he's challenging for the Raw Tag Team Championship.
He's mocking his brother, which I'm like,
oh God, that was so great.
he's got such a good impression. I'm like, yeah, well, they're related. I mean.
Yeah, they're doing great. I mean, this is why he should have been in the Wyatt family to begin with.
They're probably gonna. Hey, can we at least appreciate that we're finally at a time where all 4 former members of the Wyatt family are over? It took a little while and they had to get their own gimmicks, but it got there.
Yeah, it did. It got there.
Yeah, but Bray Wyatt is hopping on the Woken gimmick.
You can't say it's bad. It's
we need more weird shit.
He needed something.
We need more final deletion, ultimate deletion stuff. That's what we really need.
I want to see the B team teleported to the Hardy compound.
I want to see the Hardy compound.
I want them actually teleported though. Like they need like real bad science fiction teleportation, like old 1970s Star Trek style.
I just want it to go black and then they're gone, and then they're just like, "Where are we? Oh my God!"
Do you think they'd do a really cheap version of how they do it in Avengers: Infinity War, where they disappear in like that dust thing and then reappear back at the Hardy compound?
If they're able to get Balor to turn from like no paint to face paint in the matter of like 2 seconds in the ring, then they could probably do it.
I mean, I would just love to see like just a corner of the Hardy compound that is like the rebuilt Wyatt compound, but it's all made of fireproof material now, so for Randy Orton can't burn it down anymore.
Randy Orton should be woken.
I don't even know. He's on the. Is
he was almost
right now?
He's still injured.
Yeah. Something on his shoulder or something.
Again.
Which he's basically into a part-time role at this point. I'm fine with that. He's done enough.
So long as he doesn't get the WWE Championship again, I'm fine.
The only
with
title
that.
he's missing is the. Well, no, he's not even missing anything anymore. He's got the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
He needs nothing else anymore. John Cena's missing the Intercontinental title.
Moving on from the original topic of the women.
We lost that about 5 times.
Sorry.
Yeah, because we don't want to talk about it because it's just so bad.
We're sorry. It is. We're sorry.
I'm going to give them credit. It's not bad. It's just completely lacking direction outside of the main championship.
But that's because of the writing, which is bad.
Oh, it is bad.
It's because of that. I mean, if they...
Sure the writer's still on stage.
I agree with this 100% for even throughout every single division in WWE. Get rid of half the writing staff and have the wrestlers put more input into it, and I swear to God, it'll be a million times better content.
Have the NXT writers write some of the main roster stuff.
No, they need to get rid of the main roster ones. There's too many bad ones. Get rid of the bad ones.
Is the guy that wrote the Suffer and Succotash promo still on staff? Because if he is,
he needs to be axed immediately. I'm sorry, whoever that is, but they need to go.
Let's move on to the next topic.
All right,
the same guy that scripted Punk to lose to Kevin Nash.
Stop.
Pretty much. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Okay, where do we start with that?
Who is? I don't even know who he is.
Who?
Oh, he's...
Isn't he that guy who was in that UFC video game a few years back?
Oh, yeah. The dude that got diverticulitis.
The dude that got caught with steroids and can't fight in the UFC unless he puts his name back in the pool by what?
Yeah.
Today?
I don't know. But
I think it is today.
Probably.
Yeah, so we should get a notification at some point that he does.
Oh, we did. We got a notification about Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, go on.
He's not on SummerSlam card.
Wow.
That's the rumor right now.
He's not defending until later on this year.
Wow.
Look, Meltzer says the plan is Bobby or Roman versus Brock at Mania. PW Insider says at SummerSlam, but PW Insider says that Brock's not even on SummerSlam, so... Boy, this is the one time I can say I hope Dave Meltzer's right.
So, this ends with what I predicted last week. Brock gets into the Octagon, still Universal Champion.
That'd be so...
And then you hear... Braun! And Braun cashes in.
I'm not gonna lie, if that happens at a UFC event, I will lose my shit.
Look, maybe this is Vince and Daniel's plan all along. Like, Brock just gets knocked out. I mean, actually knocked out to the point where he can't even see. And all of a sudden, Braun just comes in and goes, am I supposed to pin him now?
Brock, I told you were gonna get these hands.
I bought a ticket.
At the end of that UFC fight, you just see Mike Chioda just rush it out of the crowd straight into the octagon. He's like, yeah, he's good, and then you hear the Braun music. Oh my god. Oh god.
Yeah, so I think Brock is just not showing up because Braun is on Raw.
Your mom's watching us. Hi.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. But I feel like if the point is for us to all hate Brock, you did it. It's done.
You've been doing it since last year.
It was done when he broke Undertaker's streak. Now it's just kind of fueling up even more at this point.
Like right now, you're just making the Universal title absolutely worthless.
But
like it's worth less than the Cruiserweight Championship. Is that what you wanted?
Cedric defends it. I can't even say... We don't even hate Brock anymore, Vince. We're starting to hate you. And I really want to give the XFL a chance, but if Brock won't defend his title...
Brock's going to defend it in the XFL?
Oh, God.
That's the opening thing. You watch one game of the XFL, you watch Brock Lesnar defend his title once.
Here's the thing. The winner of the XFL championship, they all enter a battle royal, and the winner gets to verse Brock Lesnar in Saudi Arabia.
Is this when we find out that Goldberg restarted his football career to play in the XFL, wins the battle royal, faces Brock?
Yeah, Goldberg still has a rematch clause.
He actually does.
So wait, what if Goldberg comes back,
expiration date,
takes out Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, and then Braun Strowman takes out Goldberg?
Oh my god. Can we just please not talk about this anymore? I'm already upset. I never cared about the Universal title to begin with. I don't want to keep speculating on what's going to fucking happen with it.
Look, I'm still angry that Finn hasn't gotten a fair shot.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still mad that Daniel Bryan hasn't gotten his rematch clause.
Finn still has a rematch.
So, Daniel Bryan has one since 2014.
There must be an expiration date on this thing.
I'm not asking Brock Lesnar.
It must be like a Ralph's coupon. Like, eventually he can't use it anymore. Goldberg will show up like 5 years from now. Brock's still champion. Yeah, I want my rematch now. Goldberg, you're 60. You can't do this anymore.
But Brock, here's the thing. Brock doesn't defend. He hasn't defended in how long have I been champion? 2 months?
Well, yeah, his last defense was Roman in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, so he hasn't defended in as long as I've been champion.
And you've defended it more times than he has.
Yeah, Brock.
I cannot believe we now live in a day and age where CJ is a more active champion than Brock Lesnar.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah.
We're just going to have some combination of Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, and Seth Rollins just main eventing every pay-per-view until Brock's ready to come back.
Who should be Brock's challenger? Seth, Roman, or Bobby?
Roman.
Why Roman?
Because...
They might as well just get it over with. Yeah, Bobby, give it to Roman.
You screwed him at friggin' WrestleMania. You screwed him, and you actually admitted that you screwed him at Greatest Royal Rumble.
You might as well just give it to Roman at this point. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. As much as I would enjoy the crap out of Seth Rollins doing it,
Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar have like unfinished business since 2015.
Brock Lesnar has
Seth is
unfinished
beyond
business
that,
with
though.
everyone.
It doesn't really matter.
Brock Lesnar has unfinished business with everyone not named Goldberg.
What about Bobby? Bob. What about Bob Lashley?
They've never faced each other, so I would kind of want to be interested in how they would do it.
Look, Roman's mic work has actually been solid in this run. I will give him that.
It's because he's had 2 years to prepare for this. 3 years.
Well, I mean, anything's better than what he was doing. But I mean, like, at this point, the whole Bob thing might get old after a while.
Sup, Bob?
But like, move on, just like you did.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, they were like, I feel like they were fed everything. Like I saw Bobby with no emotion go, he's tired of your face, just like all of these people are. And I'm like, Bobby, man, come on. You've been in TNA for like 2 years.
Your mic work was better in TNA than it is right now.
Bobby needs to be a heel.
Well, no, Bobby needs his sisters come and be his manager, like Shelton Benjamin's mama was for him like 12 years ago.
Don't diss Mama Benjamin.
Wait, that's a better question. Where the hell is Shelton Benjamin?
According to CJ, he's going to be unemployed by the end of the year.
Yeah, and our Fox or Not guys, I said Shelton would be unemployed because there's nothing for him here.
Where the hell is he right now?
He's just not.
He was just like losing to Randy Orton a couple weeks ago.
I don't know. Let's move on from Brock. A lot of it, what we say is just ranting, guys, so sorry, dudes.
Wait, you have to explain this now after how long?
Yeah, it's a rant. So what... We have anniversaries came up this past week.
Yeah, something positive. Wow.
I don't know.
2 of them. 2 anniversaries.
Yes, go on.
So, I believe this past week our 2 anniversaries were, it has been 7 years since the CM Punk pipe bomb promo cut in Vegas.
Yes, which I think made all of us really ignite our love of professional wrestling again in the 2010s. I guess, yeah, 2010s.
Early
2010s.
2010s.
Right?
Yeah, no, that was the one thing, and I was like, whoa, okay.
It had Air Boom.
Wasn't the 11th John Cena Randy Orton feud going on right around that time, or just ended before that time?
No, it was the 12th. It was the 12th. You forgot the one in 2010.
Oh, yeah, right. No,
they have a yearly feud. They have a yearly feud. I think we're gonna get 2008,
one more Undertaker Kane
2009,
feud before we all die.
2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014.
They didn't have one. I don't think they had one in 15.
No, they stopped after that.
No, after that one they stopped.
So they had like about an 8-year-long feud, like a feud every year.
One pay-per-view.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm telling you, one more Undertaker Kane feud before we all die.
I would be okay with
Vince would not let Undertaker go into the Hall of Fame until he puts Kane over just one more time.
He put him over 3 times!
Hey, but Kane's over now.
We'll talk about that in a second. But speaking of Undertaker...
It is the 20-year anniversary of Mankind versus Undertaker in Hell in a Cell, King of the Ring 1998 in Philadelphia.
Which basically prematured Mick Foley's career at that point.
Yeah, I watched the match back. And I'm just like, what? I'm like, these Philly people keep cheering. I'm like, you people are bloodthirsty.
Oh, man, yeah.
I'm like, I should have known this before everything happened with Roman.
Like, this is the category. This is like the evidence that you show people who keep telling you, oh, wrestling's fake. Watch this, bitch.
Yo, JR literally called out. Everyone's like, try practicing a safe fall off a 16-foot cage. Yeah, that's totally pre-planned. Like, he's just calling out all...
It wasn't like a crash pad underneath, the table. It was just straight table.
Shane McMahon had the crash pad. Mick Foley hits just floor. And was like, ooh.
But he didn't hit just floor. He hit a table that hit floor.
Mick Foley's a boss.
And then he hit the ring. And then a tooth lodged from the bottom of his mouth up to his nose.
I've watched that replay like 6 times of him falling through the roof, and I've been trying to catch the angle where the chair comes down and hits him in the face. I haven't been able to see it, but it happens. Or like the bottom leg of the chair catches him right in his face. I'm like, oh, God. It was like when AJ took that really awkward chair to the face from Shinsuke. It like busted open under his eye. And Jared and I were watching, like, ooh, that didn't look like it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Mick Foley. He's crazy. And then he took another fall to sell, 2 years later against Triple H?
As Kasich Jack, and then it went and then broke the ring.
Yep.
It was a great stuff.
We wonder why Mick Foley can barely even walk straight at this point.
Oh my God.
I'm like Mick.
I mean, he's a god at this. He's a god.
Like I said to CJ, I'm like, look, if I'm Vince McMahon, you come behind the curtain and said, Vince, I'm probably done. I'm like, fine, you've earned it. Cumulatively, you fell 32 feet in two spots. Like you're
caught on fire. You've went through plenty of barbed wire, and I think in Japan he's done so many death matches. It's
The spot was so bad that Terry Funk ran out to check on him, and they were supposed to be feuding at the time.
Yes, I remember that.
Terry Funk comes out in his friggin' pants and a shirt, and I'm like, oh god. And Terry's friggin' like, supposed to be his hated rival. He's like, Mickey, alright? You dead?
And then Terry gets chokeslammed out of his shoes.
I think the Undertaker said they had to, like, improvise that, because Terry wasn't supposed to be out there.
Yeah.
Undertaker's like, I gotta do something, so he, like, half-ass chokeslammed him, and Terry kind of kicked his sneakers off and rolled away.
Which is pretty fucking hilarious. But,
And then the thumbtacks, too, in the end of that match.
He went through the cell twice. He went through the cell, and then he also got thrown off the cell.
He got slammed with thumbtacks 2 times. He got hit with steel steps twice. And I was like, Undertaker, man. Like, I know you're the babyface in this scenario. That's just even worse.
Well, he turned heel a couple of weeks later.
Yeah, that was like right before the Ministry happened.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the match that broke Undertaker. He's like, you know what? I've already almost killed a man 3 times, so I'm just gonna go.
Where's my belt?
I'm just gonna follow it. I watched his work shoot that they had him do on Raw that one night randomly.
Yes, I remember that.
He tore into Vince. He's just in like a sweatshirt, and I'm like, Undertaker, is this you? Is this Mark speaking?
Yeah, he was pissed.
Mark? You okay, Mark?
Mark Calloway for life.
And now it's even worse, and because of Kid Rock, we couldn't get American Badass Mark this year at WrestleMania.
Fuck you, Kid Rock!
Because Kid Rock had to say something during his speech, and the plan got ditched. And I sent you guys the article, like, yeah, no, that was actually the plan, and then Kid Rock messed it all up. And I'm like, well, is it cool for a 52-year-old man to ride around on a bicycle? Because we might get it this year. We might get Undertaker seeing it too.
Well, hopefully. We'll see what happens.
I hate Kid Rock.
Anyway.
But yeah, happy anniversary to CM Punk and Mick Foley.
Yeah, we're going to see Undertaker in
that's going to be nice.
days.
Updated card. It's going to be Undertaker teaming with Strowman and Reigns versus, we're pretty sure it's Elias, Owens, and Corbin.
Constable Corbin.
So basically your top 3 faces all in one match. And I'm like, who's going to do the rest of it?
Yeah, pretty much. And then
how is Undertaker and Roman Reigns going to work together?
I want Undertaker to chokeslam everyone.
He's going to chokeslam Braun?
Yes.
Look, this isn't like SummerSlam. This isn't Survivor Series 2015 where Braun was just a nameless, faceless guy in the Wyatt family. He's Braun now.
Yeah, he has Braun now.
And, he had the extra use. So it makes him even more... I mean, look, he assaulted Elias. I think he'll be more focused on Elias than anybody else.
Or Owens. Owens and him, I think they have a steel cage match that's being advertised for Extreme Rules.
That was a hysterical spot. He's like, hey, here's your keys, and there's your car, and it just tipped over. I'm like, I kind of wanted to see Braun flip the car, but, he's already flipped an ambulance, so...
That was
He's flipped and tear down many a things.
Oh, that stage thing, I remember, like, when he pulled it down on the friggin' Kane and Brock.
So...
Speaking of Kane...
Yeah, let's talk about Kane before we talk more about Braun's attempted murder. Kane's back, guys!
And you can see how confused everyone was in the SmackDown Live audience when the pyro hit, and they're like, what?
I was confused too, and I'm like, why is Kane... Because I was trying to think for a while, I'm like, who can Daniel partner with against the Bludgeon Brothers? Like, there's no one that he could partner with. And Kane comes, I'm like, holy shit, I forgot Daniel Bryan has a tag team run with Kane.
How could you forget? It was the most watchable TV on Vol in 2014.
Yeah, but it was so long ago. It was like 6 years ago. Last time they were together, they fought each other for the WWE Championship.
I mean, they both eliminated each other at the Royal Rumble, I think, that year. Or the year before that. Yeah. Daniel Bryan eliminated Kane, and then Kane caught him.
In that WrestleMania year.
And then he was like, no, yes. And then, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
But Kane's power hits, and I'm like, really? That's where they're going with this?
Alright. I can live with Team Hell No.
I'm down for Team Hell No versus the Bludgeon Brothers. I am so freaking happy. They hugged it out. I'm still waiting for Dr. Shelby to come in and try and be the anger manager to either...
Anger manager,
yeah,
sorry.
for either Sasha and Bayley or the Bludgeon Brothers.
Or Braun.
Or... No.
Oh, man, that would be so funny if it was Braun.
Stop throwing things at people.
Braun, I need...
Okay, you know what? Do what you want.
Yo, he's like a Pokemon at this point. He only says, Braun! And like, that's your name. I see.
It's like, you know what? I'm getting paid anyway. Do whatever you want. I'm not getting thrown to a table.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Shelby. We missed that guy. But,
He's coming back. I know he's coming back for the Sasha Bayley thing.
So,
I know it.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna have they should have.
And if not, he should definitely go with what Joe said before about
it
with
should
Braun.
have that he'll be there for Bayley, and then as they finish the segment, they pan out and you see Kane and Daniel Bryan walking past, and Dr. Shelby just goes, Just give him a little head nod.
I still want to see Kane chokeslam Dr. Shelby, and then Daniel Bryan put him in a yes lock. But, yeah. But, so we talked about this, me and Joe. How do you think the Bludgeon Brothers are gonna... How do you think this match is gonna end?
They're still gonna be champs.
Okay.
They're still gonna be champs. That's all I really know at this point.
So who do you think is gonna eat the pin?
Might as well send the mayor of Knoxville packing.
I mean, he's only brought back in the big feud at this point to take the pin.
Yes.
Brock and Braun. You know, now he's gonna take the pin for this one.
I mean, it's gonna be fun. I mean, I was happier about this one than I was with Brock and Braun. So I mean, this one's more fun.
We'll make Brock and Roman a triple threat match with Kane, so Roman can pin Kane, and everyone will be less upset about it.
He already pinned one.
Oh, hi, Uncle Ernest.
Hey, Uncle Ernest.
We're still sorry about your roster. Don't worry, we'll do another draft someday.
We do gotta do another draft. We might as well
develop a whole show.
I was thinking, SummerSlam. We do a we do like a shake-up, and we'll do like a point system, like at like a NFL draft for like the superstars. I think we should do that. Yeah, we'll talk more about it.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk more about it.
But yeah,
just putting out a spoiler on this podcast is what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Well, who listens?
Yeah. Well, according to our Instagram live feed, your mom and Uncle Ernest.
That's kind of sad.
What did Uncle Ernest say?
He just showed up, and then I said hi, and then he says hi.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say hi and he left.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I didn't see anything. I don't see any, because I'm not on the Mox for Life one. I'm on my own personal.
Well, he thinks Jimmy's the greatest general manager ever.
No, he doesn't.
He's still upset.
Yeah, of course. You chose Jason Jordan.
Where the hell is he?
He's any day now. Any day.
Yeah, so let's play that game. Who comes first, Jason Jordan or Dean Ambrose?
Oh, God. I hope it's Dean Ambrose, but I have a feeling it's Jason Jordan.
What if Dean Ambrose comes in? What if it's like Brock Lesnar versus Seth at SummerSlam? Seth's about to win, and Dean Ambrose comes back and costs him the title.
I would love that.
Jason Jordan comes back and costs him the title.
No, I would hate that!
They had a feud going, you know.
He was turning slightly heelish. It's possible. I would love that.
Brock, look how many problems you're causing.
You're gonna cause us to hate Jason Jordan even more than we already did, and I didn't think it was possible. Just put American Alpha back together. It's the only way. It's like putting the Shield back together to save.
What did I say? I said Jason Jordan was gonna be unemployed.
No.
Did I put him as unemployed?
No, you're gonna put him with SmackDown to reunite American Alpha because Kurt Angle is gonna be there and his. The new Team America finally is going to be there. That's what we talked about.
Just bring friggin' American Alpha back. Just like you can only save Roman by bringing back the Shield, you can only save Jason Jordan by bringing back American Alpha.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
And I feel like you've had like 3 openings with the stuff they were doing with Jinder and Chad to bring him back too. Like, oh, here comes Jason Jordan. Nope, Colossus. It's over. Never mind.
Yeah.
Go about your day.
All right. Let's move on to the next topic. Knees to teeth.
Knees to teeth.
Okay, I didn't read the full story. I know what happens, but I didn't read the full thing. What exactly led up to what we're about to talk about?
Oh, the police dogs were sniffing around the arena.
Oh wait, hold on. Before we get into that, because we just lit. Shinsuke Nakamura got bit by police dogs recently at a live show.
Yeah, and he's injured.
And he's injured because of it.
They said, oh, the injury, he missed the leg injury. We're all like, he didn't get injured. And the story comes out like, oh, he got injured.
By a dog. Like the police dogs were going around sniffing, and then they bit Shinsuke. I don't know what his legs smelled like. I'm not going to say anything because apparently that's racist.
You should have found that dog and sicked him on Sami Zayn.
Nah, Sam. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that would have been no.
But
no.
Yeah, so Shinsuke's out, and Jeff Hardy was left without a challenger. Which, by the way, loving the face paint, Jeff. We missed it so much.
And the contacts. I was like, hey guys, I think the face paint might become ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, they brought the TNA Jeff Hardy back. All right.
Yes.
Well, they already Did you guys see that WWE 24 documentary?
No, we did not.
Yes, I did.
God, it was incredible. CJ, you gotta watch it. They used a lot more of TNA stuff than I expected. Really? And they were really honest.
I heard that Woken thing was really good. The whole Woken Hardy.
Like, WWE wasn't like, oh, they had their problems, everything's good now. They went in detail and were very honest.
Really?
Even about Jeff's DWI from like 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Months ago.
Nice.
I'm like, wow. But yeah, it was very good.
But with Jeff Hardy, it looks like he's going to feud with Sanity.
That would be fun.
Like,
I mean, I've heard some interesting rumors about what they're doing with Jeff.
What are you hearing?
That they might be bringing back a certain character from a certain
No.
wrestling plan.
Can I do the laugh?
No.
Yes, go ahead.
No!
They might bring back Willow for this.
I low-key loved Willow.
God, no!
If I hear that laugh, I'm like, yes!
God, no,
We
please.
love! We hate!
Oh, what? Oh, God.
Stop, no, please.
What I think they would be interesting if they do is that you're just randomly they're gonna start doing YouTube shows about the Woken Warriors. And it's just gonna be Bray and Matt, and they're chilling, and then their brother Jeff will be like, Matt, I'm gonna need your help to go back to like a reincarnation.
Oh, God, please, no.
Dip him in.
Please,
And then
no.
it ends there, and then the next pay-per-view when it's a 3-man tag, Sanity versus whatever tag team that's gonna be on, and Jeff Hardy as
I think
Willow.
the Usos,
The
probably.
Usos, and then Willow shows up.
Oh, God, no.
Oh my God!
Or
I could so see that. I could so
It's just
see
like
that
a
happening.
one-off thing on YouTube where Jeff just goes out the mat and goes, "Hey Matt, you see my umbrella?" And then it just goes like that. We're like, "Oh yes."
God, no, please. Please.
That's gonna happen.
No, you're gonna know what's
It's just
happening.
raining outside the arena, and Jeff's just walking with the umbrella, and he goes, "Wait
No,
a minute."
here's the thing. Jeff Hardy, that's not how he's gonna get his umbrella. He's gonna invade 205 Live and attack Jack Gallagher.
Well, no, he got moved to the UK, NXT
Yeah,
UK.
He's gonna show up in London, beat the hell out of Jack Gallagher, and take William III. So it'll be Willow II.
Oh my God!
We don't need this. God, no, please.
Oh boy!
Oh, we don't need this. Eric Young, just take the U.S. title because then you'll just be as successful as Bobby Roode. Oh my God, we don't need this.
Apparently, Jeff might not be doing the Swanton anymore.
I heard
Yeah,
about that.
I
It's a
did because it's
splash.
still because he's still injured or something like that.
Well, yeah, it's also, I mean, it's a pretty dangerous move to give and take. Like, they've talked about, I think on Edge and Christian's podcast, they talked about with Jeff and Matt how people just hate taking the move. Because
Yeah.
Jeff got to the point in his age, he's like, I don't give a shit anymore, I'm just going to crush you.
Just keep going until I die. Just
Yeah,
keep
pretty
going.
much.
He going to, like, explode. Give me one more run as Willow. We'll go
Let me have my Hell in a Cell match with Taker at Mania, and we'll be good.
We'll go back to Omega and, just recreate.
Start from scratch. Let's do this. I'm ready to go.
Get Shannon Moore, get Shane Helms off his ass, and go back to Omega.
Well, James Helms is in ROH right now.
That's true.
I thought he was in TNA.
No, he's out of TNA.
No, he's out of TNA. He went to ROH. The Hurricane went to ROH.
To be fair, TNA has seen a lot of roster shuffling.
Yeah, there's been. I can't even tell who's the main
Is
people
Moose
anymore except
still
for
there?
Aries. Yeah, Moose is still there.
He's still there.
Who's the champion?
Aries.
Aries is.
Oh, yeah.
Which,
No, oh yeah, didn't he lose it to Pentagon Jr.?
He did, and then they had what was it? They did 3 restarts of the match, and then Aries won.
Oh, so pretty much Vader versus Shawn Michaels in like 96?
Yes, essentially. And
they're doing a lot of weird stuff with Lucha
Then they-
Underground now.
Yeah, and then they unified the titles. They unified that weird Grand Slam,
Yeah, the Grand Championship.
Grand
now.
Championship that Corgan, that Billy Corgan made. Sorry.
Yeah. I know. Who the hell was I just thinking about? He was literally just there.
I have no
Eli
idea.
Drake?
No, he was big, and I'm losing it.
Oh,
He was like he was a big name. Oh, Johnny Impact. Is he
Oh
still
yeah,
there?
oh.
yeah,
Mundo.
Johnny Mundo, John Morrison, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to New Japan though. We talked about this.
Yeah, he needs to come back to WWE. Give him one more run.
Give him one more run.
Screw him up like you're doing a Shelton right now. We're
Unemployed.
putting up a missing persons poster for Shelton Benjamin
I'm.
and Charlie Haas while we're at it. Let's find out what Charlie Haas is.
We don't need Willow.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Everything in our life needs Willow.
God, no.
Oh, it would be so amazing. Willow might have been my favorite Jeff Hardy character, even more than Brother Nero.
I loved Antichrist. The Antichrist of professional wrestling. I loved that Jeff Hardy.
I actually,
You mean when he was freaking
I love
lost out of his mind?
Yeah, I love
Pretty
Victory
much.
Road 2011 Jeff Hardy. They talk about that a lot too in the special.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, that friggin' they interviewed Sting too about it.
Mm.
That was a bad night for professional wrestling.
It was definitely a dark time.
And I did do
That's
a
the
bunch-
only time you'd be like, you know what? Eric Bischoff did the right thing in
They
this
went behind the
situation.
scenes of Bischoff too, and they showed like exactly what Bischoff's saying to Sting and everything. And it's like,
Really?
and I'm like, wow. Like you just see Jeff's like dancing around and moving. I'm like, oh boy, this is bad.
Oh,
But yeah, Jeff's in a better place now. Don't worry about the DWI, but he's in a better place now.
I know.
He's a U.S. champion. He's gonna be bringing back Willow.
He's not breaking his body anymore, seriously anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and again probably, but he's calming down.
I really wish Ed's neck and Christian's concussions weren't as bad as they were. Could have gotten TLC 3.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Bring in the Dudleys and replace Edge and Christian with
New Day.
Usos.
New Days and Usos?
No, I feel like they just need to redo a new one.
Yeah.
Like, really good tag. Like, if they built up the Revival back to being whatever the fuck they were.
They picked up a real big win on Raw this week. Maybe they're actually trying to do something. Maybe they'll take the titles off the
No, you forget about Authors of Pain.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
AOP would be really good.
They ran away from Titus.
They ran from Titus Worldwide. Like, look, just put Titus in front of a semi-slippery surface and you're going to get away from him.
Yeah, pretty much.
But Cruz can't lose.
Cruz can't lose.
Our live stream paused.
Oh, wow. Except for that time he lost his last name for, 3 weeks?
Yeah, because of
Apollo. And I'd be like, I wonder if it's just because everyone keeps calling him Apollo Creed. That's why they've gotten rid of the last name.
Yes.
But yes.
All right. Is there anything else we need to talk about before we talk about
I ship Willow, but also WWE 2K19. Congratulations to AJ Styles for being named the cover star, and now we know the pre-order bonus as well.
Yes.
Which means they're going to have a WrestleMania feud. It's been going on since Sting.
Yeah.
Sting.
Yeah, at least Ray can go.
Sting and Seth.
Sting, Goldberg.
Well, Sting, Goldberg, Kurt Angle, and then now Rey Mysterio.
I mean, at least Ray can still go. And Angle was passable.
Passable. Goldberg had, I think, there was the only interesting match to me, which wasn't even a match, it was more of a moment, was the Survivor Series thing. That was the only interesting part that he had.
I think they did Goldberg right, knowing how old he was and how limited his skill set was.
Yes. I don't think they should have done the Universal title thing, though.
No.
That was the one huge mistake. That was it.
That was the beginning of the downfall of the Universal title.
I thought it was...
Well, I thought it was when Balor got injured.
Not when they were booing the title and tossing insults at it during Balor versus Rollins at SummerSlam that year.
That too.
And Rollins had to get
on Twitter. Or when they introduced the title and looking how ugly that motherfucker was.
When Rollins had to get on Twitter as a heel, but like, you people disgraced me because you were talking crap about the title. I'm like, wow. Like, this is bad. Looks like they ripped off the back of Shinsuke Nakamura's jacket and just made it into a title.
I mean, that was before even Shinsuke was even on the that was when it was in NXT. Yeah.
So basically, Kane, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Eva Marie all got together and created a title belt, and that's what we got.
Essentially, yeah.
Throwing Maria Kanellis, and you got the...
I want Maria Kanellis. Mike Kanellis is going back to NXT, is that the rumor I heard?
Let's hope.
To try and establish some sort of value.
He needs something.
Well, I mean,
I think the problem is that Maria had more establishment power than Mike Kanellis.
Yeah.
And then she had
she had a baby, and then it's like Mike Kanellis went into Jobberville.
No, but he also had painkiller addiction. He
kicked that, so... I mean, if he goes to NXT... Because there was talk that Triple H wants to take some of, the people who were kind of struggling on the main roster and put them on NXT.
Yeah, but he's been saying that for a while, though.
But he's done it before. Curtis Axel, Tyson Kidd, Jinder Mahal,
Zack
Drew
Ryder.
McIntyre went down there, Zack Ryder.
Well,
McIntyre was already out, and then they put him back in.
How about Mojo, though, turning heel on No Way Jose?
He's been heel, but yeah.
Talking crap about the guy in the cheeseburger outfit.
That was funny. I'm embarrassed for you!
I hope
cheeseburger.
I kind of hope they do something with Mojo. They gave him that Battle Royal win for nothing.
They gave everyone a Battle Royal win for nothing. Let's be
Except
frank.
for the Big Show. That was it. Like, the Big Show was kind of like, all right, it's a feather in his cap at this point. We knew he wasn't going anywhere with it.
No, Matt Hardy won, and now he's Raw Tag Team Champion.
Yeah, but they were going to give it to him without that win.
Yeah, but that's not because of the win, though. That's just because they needed to do something to reestablish the Woken Warriors.
And because the Raw Tag Team Division's ass at the moment.
So, pretty much Matt Hardy is the most successful
winner. Yeah, agree. Yeah.
To come out of...
Hey, Baron Corbin's a constable now, so you know.
But he's hairless.
What the fuck is even a constable?
It's some... I don't know. I think Vince went through a thesaurus or went through some sort of dictionary and looked up synonyms for authority figure and saw the word constable. It was like, that's a cool thing. That's a cool thing.
I think it's like a advisor, I guess would be the best word to describe
No, I think it's like a cop. I don't know.
We're gonna find it out. Hold on, let's go.
Before we even do
Constable Corbin's the top result when I Google constable. Peace officer with limited policing authority, typically in a small town.
So it has nothing to do with what Corbin is right now. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Or the governor of a royal castle. So yeah, the King of Kings gave him keys to the queendom. Is that?
I know.
So does that mean Corbin's banging Steph?
No, it's
No, Kurt Angle still is. Do we have to revisit this feud again?
Let's actually revisit a break.
Yeah, let's take a break before we talk about our thing.
Hello, Audio Marks. I am one of your Marks for Life podcast, so CJ, coming to talk to you about Patreon. Patreon is a place where you guys can go online and pledge your support to your favorite music artists, to your favorite artists, and even your favorite podcasts, like us. We at Marks for Life podcast have our own Patreon page, and we are always appreciative of our Marks for Life podcast pledges. So for only $1 a month, you too can also pledge your support to us. But that's not all. With $2 a month, you can get all of our podcast episodes, as well as a special shout out from the Shield of Wrestling podcast, Jimmy, CJ, and Joe. And even further, you can get all of that with $3 a month, plus a follow back on Twitter and Instagram. So, what are you guys waiting for? Head on over to Patreon at patreon.com. Search for us at Marks for Life Podcast. And we'll see you then, Audio Marks. Thank you very much. Back to the show.
And we're back. Sorry about that.
Was that the debut of EC3?
I guess so.
Oh my god.
And for those who are watching the live stream, CJ's phone died, so now we're using mine.
Woo!
Hello.
Yes, we are back live.
On live stream and on this podcast.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure if you guys realized,
I didn't even think about it.
Cruiserweights have been here for about 2 years now.
And where they are?
Suplex City, bitch.
Yeah, they're there because they're there because they suck.
Wow, that means they're more relevant than I thought.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So yeah, the Cruiserweights have been on the roster for about a year and a half. The Cruiserweight Classic took place about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yay.
And you want to look at how the we did an episode while back.
Yeah, literally the actual year after the Cruiserweights and the full establishment of the Cruiserweights.
Yes, and we talked about how the Cruiserweights, they needed a different time slot. They needed a general manager. They needed to be a part of the NXT brand. Different day and stuff. How many of those came true?
One.
General manager. No, 2 at one point. With the Mixed Match Challenge, they had a different time slot for all of
3 that's right.
months.
And that Mixed Match Challenge went so well.
I mean, it had moments. It had really good moments, the Mixed Match
But
Challenge.
hopefully that means that they're bringing back the Mixed Tag Team matches to 2K19.
Hopefully, yeah.
Little Big! So. Team Little Big!
What we should do is, because I'm probably going to get 2K19 as a day one release, so we should do an episode based on a review of the game.
Down. Absolute down.
Totally.
100%
now, because I'm pre-ordering now that Rey Mysterio and a second superstar who's probably going to be Ronda Rousey is the pre-order bonus. So
look how quickly we pivoted from the Cruiserweights to 2K19.
Let's stick on Cruiserweights. Joe, your opinion on the Cruiserweights, because
we've done ours and we could talk again about it, but we really want to hear yours.
0 net gain. I feel like nothing has changed since they came in. It was like, all right, cool, the Cruiserweights are back. But then they were way overexposed on Monday Night Raw. No one really cared about 205 Live. They lost Neville. They tried to push Enzo to the moon. That didn't work. Now the right guy is champion, but now they're not on Raw, and people still don't care about 205 Live.
Well, to be fair, though, Cedric did have a really good match against Buddy Murphy. So they have the talent to do well.
Was never the issue with them. It's just getting people... Because people already watch 5 hours of wrestling at least a week between the 2 main shows. And if you throw in NXT, if you watch...
the NXT UK division, which is now an hour.
Yeah, you watch that. If you want to throw in if you watch Impact a little bit, you have that. Then
Ring of Honor, New Japan, whatever other indie show you're either watching online or even going live.
Even if we stick with
any other secondary shows, so main event... Even if you watch Total Divas, I don't say you do, but that's another hour right there.
Not to mention any wrestling podcasts like this one.
Yeah, exactly. Which this and maybe Chris Jericho are the only ones you're actively following. But I mean,
me as the real wrestling podcast nerd, I watched 3 of them, 4. I'm pretty bad. That's including our own.
But it's a lot of wrestling content taken every week. Especially the Cruiserweights are right after SmackDown. So when you just devoted 3 hours of your Monday to Raw and 2 hours of your Tuesday to SmackDown, Do you really want to sit down and watch the Cruiserweights?
No.
Probably.
On a Tuesday.
And
No.
also throw in, if there's a pay-per-view that Sunday, that's another 4 hours now right there.
So, which brings me to my question. Because we looked at it. We look at the roster now compared to even last year. Neville's gone. Enzo's gone. Austin Aries is gone. Hideo Itami is now part of the 205 roster. Noam Dar is gone. I believe Jack Gallagher is gone as well.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
went with NXT UK.
But they have Leo Rush now.
They have Leo Rush.
They have Buddy Murphy.
Kalisto, Buddy Murphy. They have Drake Maverick as the general manager.
They still have Gulak. They still have the Gulak.
They still have the PowerPoint presentation.
They still have the PowerPoint presentation.
Is Tony Nese still there as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Tony Nese is still
But-
there.
Might be injured, but I think he's
No,
there.
I don't think so. But what
I don't know. That's how much I don't watch Cruiserweights.
I'm gonna bring up a bold question. Should Fox have picked up 205 Live on FS1 as well as NXT?
I mean, I think it
NXT, You
depends.
can argue for.
NXT, yes. But I think it also depends on how the Fox show is going to be structured. Because we just know that the deal's been made. We have no idea if it's going to be a 3-hour show. We have no idea if they're going to, implement, different divisions and make it feel like an actual sporting thing. Because I think we talked about this when the Fox deal happened. Fox literally went up to the dealing table and be like, look, we know that NBC doesn't treat you guys the way that you honestly should. We'll treat you guys way better than they will ever. And we will treat you guys like an actual sport.
But I feel like Vince is other than I said, probably Triple H as well. They want to leave some things to network exclusivity. Because if you pull NXT off of the network, then really the only thing you have pulling people back to the network is the pay-per-view, so that's only once a month.
And
then some specials depending on what they are.
But then you can move 205 Live to that Wednesday spot.
Yeah, but it won't draw enough to make up for the loss of NXT.
It might. It all depends. If they move to... Again, we also talked about 205 being moved to the Full Sail Arena.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah.
It might help live crowds, but I think getting people to care at this point...
Well, I think getting people in the crowds to care will spread the word like, oh, maybe if we watch this on the network one time, that way we don't have to spend a ticket every single, Wednesday night or something like that at Full Sail. Maybe it would be a different thing.
The benefit NXT gets is that when a big name star gets signed to WWE from another promotion, they often go to NXT. So you have, Bobby Roode, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, they were all there and buoyed the numbers. Now you've got Adam Cole, you've got the rest of Undisputed Era, there are people, Gargano and Ciampa, there are people still worth watching. And NXT has that draw power. 205 Live doesn't really have that guy that draws. Like if they put like a Rey Mysterio on that brand, or even Gargano or Ciampa, I feel like that would help the viewing.
I mean, that's what they thought with Enzo and Neville, but
Enzo did bring legitimacy to the Cruiserweight division, though.
So did Neville.
Neville not in the same way as Enzo.
Yeah, that's true. Not in the same way.
Enzo was actually able to make the Cruiserweights the main event of Raw.
That's true.
And he was able to actually get them off the kickoff show.
That's true, yeah.
But I feel like they're stuck in that. They're almost treated like a sideshow at this point. I know Triple H is trying very hard, and I give him credit. Him pulling the Cruiserweights off of Monday Night Raw makes sense, because he even said he doesn't want them getting too overexposed, because, why do I want to watch Cedric Alexander and Tony Nese on a one-on-one match on 205 Live when I just saw them in a 6-man tag on Raw the previous Monday? It's like, alright, I already saw these guys compete, why do I want to watch it again?
I mean, I think the whole idea of, like, a separate show is just dumb. I think that what they should do in general for all the divisions that are on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown is interchange them. What I love about NXT is that it's not always about the main title. Not always. They have like little vignettes here and there, and for the show purposes, it's good. And I think having that from Raw and SmackDown would be good. But
I think
they're
the
not going to do
Cruiserweight Championship should go to SmackDown, but it should be an integrated part of SmackDown.
Yes. Exactly, just like the X Division is for Impact.
Or how SmackDown used to have the Cruiserweight Championship back in the early 2000s.
I think the Cruiserweights suffer from a lot of the same problems that the women do, in that they don't have another storyline that they pump time in besides what's focused around the title.
Well, that was their thing back in the early 2000s too. But another problem with the Cruiserweights is that the Cruiserweights, a lot of people have the same style as Cruiserweights.
Yeah, a lot of them are high flyers.
Or like they're great ground, like they can fly. They can I know I forgot who brought it up. I think it was Daniel Bryan or something. And it's like, why would I care if Cedric Alexander like flies through the air when I could see AJ Styles do the same thing on SmackDown?
That's why Neville was good, because he was at least a legitimate wrestler on the ground. He didn't have to like. There was even times where he went away from the Red Arrow. And he was just focusing on the Rings of Saturn and his ground-based game. He wasn't nearly as high-flying. And even Enzo, to a point, wasn't really as much of a high flyer as a normal Cruiserweight was.
Yeah, he was like a brawler.
He's a smack talker Skywalker.
Yeah. I think the styles of wrestling. The style of wrestling is different. But I feel like you need to make the matches itself different. Because what Daniel Bryan even said about, if you're watching two guys who do the same type of moveset in the same kind of match, why would I care about watching some nobody I really don't know, no offense to Cedric, in comparison to someone like AJ Styles, who's on the cover of a video game right now?
I think the best way to do it would be to make it interchangeable. Have Cedric Alexander take on Jeff Hardy, champion versus champion match. Or have
it shouldn't be champion versus champion for the actual title. It should be just
champion versus champion is just that's a title versus title match.
Oh yeah, champion versus champion. Yeah. Okay, I hear.
I don't think they do it with Destination X anymore, where the X Division champion at the time could turn in the X Division title and get a shot.
They
still do that.
They do so. I remember Aries made it a big thing a few years ago, but so you have Cedric Alexander has held. I mean, obviously he wouldn't face Brock Lesnar, but you know what? Cedric Alexander says, okay, and when you get to some pay-per-view, be like, all right, Cedric,
Extreme Rules,
you can turn in your title.
That would be that'd actually be a really good idea.
And you can get a guaranteed title match against AJ Styles.
But he would have to surrender that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. That's the reason why Impact came up with it first instead of WWE.
Or you could do my hot take idea and replace the Cruiserweight division with a rebooted Hardcore division.
No.
They're not going to do that. I think that if they're going to do something with the Hardcore, that's going to permanently stay on the network.
Yeah.
Because that's... Not that I don't want it, I'm just saying that's...
a Hardcore Championship. Because I think now, when you have the Hardcore Championship at its height, you could have a Hardcore match any night and not have to worry about the title. But now if it's PG... Now all of a sudden,
yeah, but that's why it's not going to be on the main cable networks. Right. But that's why it would be perfect on the network itself. Something like the Cruiserweights, I could see that being inseminated inside, SmackDown or Raw in some way, fashion. Even if it's just one match, one separate segment that connects to something.
And don't
bigger.
Make the ropes purple. Don't make them seem like they're a sideshow. Make them part of a normal roster.
Yeah, exactly. I think me and CJ, a year ago, had talked about the same exact thing.
Plus, bring back the original Cruiserweight title. I don't really like the look of the new Cruiserweight title.
I don't like the purple. I don't like these colored straps. Either white or black. Leave it at that.
Oh, sorry. The old one was iconic. 2 eyes.
Yes, I see.
But I do think the old Cruiserweight title, even a WCW version, looked a hell of a lot better than this new one.
A lot of the titles from back in the day look better because they look
like legitimate titles.
These look like kid belts, so this way kids are like, oh wow, look at all the colors, let me take them. Our belt looks more legitimate than the freaking Cruiserweight belt.
Our belt, first off, CJ, our belt is more legitimate.
Yeah.
Let's be fair to that.
Than Universal title.
And second, this company, Undisputed Belts, shout out to them. They made the same belt for Matt Hardy for Father's Day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for them.
And it basically looks like the big gold belt, which is one of the best title designs in history. Honestly, I like the old WWF Championship from the Attitude Era. Title design.
Well, I like the Blue Eagle, and then CJ, I think his favorite one, the Undisputed Belt, was also really good.
Yep. I love the Undisputed Belt. I thought that was a great belt.
The main titles all looked important back in the day. I mean, even that, I don't know, the spinner belt was bad. The spinner belt was bad.
It was bad.
But the Rated R belt.
that was...
What about the Miz belt? They would just turned the W upside down.
I just made it just an M.
No, imagine if instead of the Rated R belt, they turned it from a W to an E.
Oh, God.
But, Cruiserweights have a lot of things going against it right now. Their time slot's bad. The crowds aren't... And plus, another thing that we didn't talk about, they don't have characters.
Yeah. Well, Gulak is the only one, and that's the only one we picked to go to SmackDown.
Yeah, pretty much. I felt like Gulak would be a great Fox representative.
Well, remember Kalisto's best all-time promo is, I want to go out there and do a great lucha thing. Yeah! And it just took off. I'm like, Kalisto, what the hell was that? At least Enzo had a character.
Enzo
had a character.
He had a character. Aries had a character. I mean, TJP, when he was the first Cruiserweight, he kind of did. Brian Kendrick, he's going to be...
Kendrick was so saturated now. They made it they turned it from the bully choke to the captain's hook, and I'm so mad about that still to this day. Because the bully choke was good name, because he's a bully. Let him be a bully.
But bullies never win outside of Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, because you have to be a star.
What about Braun? Braun's a bully.
He's not a bully. He's more of a meme at this point. Let's be honest.
True.
Look, he's not a bully. He doesn't pick on people for a certain reason. He just does it because they're in his way.
He's a meme.
Yeah, he's a meme. Things. He's kind of like a Tasmanian devil if he took a ton of steroids.
So
it's like if one Tasmanian devil ate another Tasmanian devil to gain his powers.
So Joe, what we're gonna do is that for your WWE 2K19 thing, we're gonna have our better cruiserweight division.
Yes, I love it.
That's assuming that the Cruiserweights even get into the game.
That's true.
That roster, see, this is the debate, and I guess we can talk about this for a couple minutes as the last kind of.
Yeah, for the last couple minutes of the show. Yeah, go ahead. Let's talk about it.
I've had this problem myself, and I know we're, 4 months out, a little less than 4 months out from the release of 2K19, because it's early October this year, not late October.
Yeah.
The roster debate is something that always comes into my head this time of year.
We always talk about it, too. We always argue about roster and as a whole.
And because, we know the cutoff date is WrestleMania right around that time, so Bobby Lashley might not make it into the main game because he didn't come in until
No, but he could be a DLC one,
DLC.
and that's not going to be terrible.
Yeah, but we talk about, because the Cruiserweight, look, the 2K is kind of setting it up as every year is going to be a much bigger roster than the year before.
And then they usually get rid of something cool like the mixed tags or something like that.
Well, yeah, they need to add so many more match types to that game. The mixed tag needs to come back.
Does anyone really care about the the ring? Does anyone really care about that? Like, if you're gonna have a show at SummerSlam or at Royal Rumble in the game, would anyone really care about that?
For career mode and stuff, that would be freaking fantastic. That's necessary.
I think they need to do. I was talking about, because 2K obviously makes a basketball game as well. I was trying to think of a way they could do a roster update system, but the problem is a wrestler takes so much more time to build from the ground up. Well, maybe not. I feel like there'll be a way to do it, even maybe not as a roster, at least an attire update system. So where, if Seth Rollins brings out some sort of new attire for a match, you can download it and put it on.
Well, yeah, but that's going to cost money, though, and that's why they're not going to do it. You want another EA scandal with 2K? Is that what you want?
2K is actually done, because, I actually thought about this the other day, how 2K kind of had to build. 2K14 was literally THQ's game, just 2K had to throw their name on the last minute because THQ folded.
Yes.
Then 2K15 was terrible because 2K had to strip everything down to bare bones and work from scratch. And then after that point, the games have slowly started to get better. But now 2K19 is kind of, people are expecting something big.
Hopefully they could deliver. That's really it. Hopefully they could deliver.
And I love that Rey Mysterio is back in the game, and Ronda is probably going to be in the game. If she's not a pre-order, which she's going to be because Vince is not going to give her to us year one in a video game. Do we have the option to not start the game with Brock as Universal Champion?
No.
Can I just go into my Universal and be like, go ahead, give me Brock. You can take this off you.
You could change it. I know that you could.
Let's make Cedric the Universal Champion.
And
let's see if he's on there first.
Let's go edit Braun Strowman, bring his weight down to 204.
Oh my god.
Make him the Cruiserweight Champion.
Get him all the belts. Change his sex to female. Get him all the golds. All of it.
If there's an other sex option, just have him compete in both divisions.
Oh man, that'd be great. I would love that.
UK title off Pete Dunne. Have him win the women's tag team titles by himself.
Just like he did for the men's, essentially.
Yeah. We'll create Nicholas as a character. We'll make him the other brand's champion. It'll be great. In our universe,
can we actually have Nicholas in the game and just have him have Braun Strowman's moveset?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Against Andre the Giant. Have him have unlimited strength and he's just doing running power slams to Andre.
I'd be very okay with that.
I'd be very okay with it.
He just comes out to Braun's music.
I hope they do get the Dudleys back in this year's game because they have not had a game since... I can't even remember where the Dudleys,
16?
the Hardys, and Edge and Christian were all in the game.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Because, I was trying to think maybe 2005, but Jeff was already gone by that point.
Yeah, he went to TNA for his first stint.
Here comes the pain? No, Jeff wasn't in that game. I would have to go back and... I don't even remember the last game where I think it might have been Shut Your Mouth, the one right before Here Comes the Pain. That was maybe in the last game that all 6 of them were in the game together. And we still haven't been able to do a triple threat TLC tag team match.
That
2K.
yeah, we haven't done that in a while.
So if
Let that be on the thing. Let's do this.
I want 6-man elimination chamber match, like a 6-man tag team elimination.
yeah, I remember those from the old
Those
games,
were
too.
cool.
Those were fun. But like 2K is like doing better. It's just they need to bring back some of the old match types. Hell, we just saw a casket match at Greatest Royal Rumble. That means I'm kind of expecting that to be the game.
I'm good. I hated playing that match.
Well, in the old games, it was terrible because you literally just threw him into the casket and just tried to jump on him by the time till the lid.
Yeah. Do you think they'll have the shark cage?
Oh,
God,
that'd
no.
be great.
God no. But do you think any of the cruiserweights will make it into this game?
Cedric will as the core champion.
Okay.
I think
That would be
Gulak
my
will. I think he's entertaining.
Gulak, maybe TJP.
Kalisto, because he's got enough.
Yes.
He was in this.
You gotta
past
have
game.
one luchador.
Yeah, and he was in this past year's game. Sin Cara's still around, but he's not on 205, which he should be.
What
at
about
this
TJP?
point.
Do you think?
Mm.
Maybe.
Leo Rush, maybe because he's a new signing.
No, I don't.
No,
DLC.
it's DLC. Definitely DLC.
But because I feel like they have to make so much room for legends
That's my problem though with this game though, is that the legends take up so many more spots.
Well, they need to stop making different versions of legends, different roster spots.
Yeah.
They need to stop having American Badass and Deadman Undertaker as two different characters.
And Ministry of Darkness at the same time. That's like 3.
Like have one slot where you can choose Undertaker and have him be, do you want current Undertaker? Do you want American Badass Undertaker?
'Cause they used
do you
to
want
do that.
91 Undertaker?
I remember back in like the old Raw vs. SmackDown games, it was like the DX, and when you swapped their outfits, they came out to different entrances.
Yeah.
And even in like the Attitude Era one for WWE 13, I remember a lot of the guys had different. I would love to have another Attitude Era game done right.
Yeah, like that Attitude Era game was awesome. I love that
You
one.
have Too Cool in there, the New Age Outlaws. You know, hell, throw the Mean Street Posse in there. Let's go.
Would we ever get a game with China back in? I would love that.
Give it a couple years.
You know what? If it wasn't Ronda, I wouldn't be shocked if she was the second pre-order bonus besides Ray. Because I feel like they're building that up. They're building up good graces with her. So she'll be back. She hasn't been in a game since one of the original SmackDown games on the PS1. I think it was SmackDown 2 for the PS1 was the last game she was in.
So pretty much the moral of the story is Cruiserweights ain't getting shit.
Yeah,
They're not even worth this conversation. Might as well just change the title to video game.
I might put more money on China being in 2K19 than half the Cruiserweight roster. Because, look, we really I wanted to care when they first came back. I really did. When I saw Cruiserweights come back, I'm like, yeah, the Cruiserweight division was great. You know, Rey Mysterio, Chavo Guerrero, Psychosis, Juventud Guerrera.
Eddie?
Well, he wasn't really WWE's Cruiserweight division. He was more WCW's Cruiserweight division.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Ultimo Dragon, man. They botched him so bad.
Tajiri.
Well, when Tajiri came back for the Cruiserweight Classic, I'm like, all right, maybe he'll be, you know.
And then he got
Like that's what
injured
that's what they need though for a different kind of style moveset for the Cruiserweights is someone like Tajiri.
Well, they have Hideo Itami, but no one gives a fuck about a Hideo anymore.
Well, because every time we start to give a fuck about Hideo, he gets hurt.
Every time.
You know what? Just, at this point, make Cassius Ohno the face of everything.
You might as well.
Love Cassius Ohno. At that point.
I hate Cassius Ohno.
And is there any way we can get him down to 205? We might have a little bit of work to do.
He's gotta get rid of that gut.
Might not be.
That's why they put the shirt on him.
The last
Can't hide weight from a shirt.
The last time they tried having him lose weight, he got fired. So.
Oh yeah. Well, ask Yokozuna how that went. That's why they fired him.
All right. On that note, I think we should stop.
Yeah, this Cruiserweight.
I do hope that one day though we see Owen Hart back in a WWE video game.
That needs to happen.
I know the issues of his widow won't give them anything with his rights, but it would be incredible. I don't think he's been in one since the N64. That's how far we're going back. So
because he died back in '99.
Yeah, so if Owen Hart could get even back into a point of WWE where they can start mentioning him again. Because I feel like he's almost getting the Benoit treatment, but for a different reason.
Yeah, but like a reason like
he's still not.
Yeah,
healthy.
I think I have an idea for next week's episode, but I think we should slow it down. All right. Let's peace out, guys.
Later, audio marks.
Thank you, everyone, for staying tuned to our podcast. Special shout out to the Sachem Public Library for the continued use of their equipment and space. Continue supporting us by rating and subscribing through Patreon, Audio Boom, Stitcher, TuneIn, Castbox, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play Music, and Apple Podcasts at Marks for Life Podcast.
And now, check out our YouTube channel, Marks for Life, for our podcast playlist and other content. Please follow us on our social media on Twitter at Marks for Life Pod, Instagram at Marks for Life Podcast, our Tumblr page, Marks for Life Podcast, and our Facebook page, Marks for Life Podcast. And email us at marksforlifepodcast@gmail.com for any questions, comments, or feedback. Until next time, Audio Marks.